That was a moment of silence for Mr. Alex Collins. May you rest in peace. What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Someone told me that you guys were eagerly anticipating part 3 of the running back endorsement show. Is that true? Look, I'm just telling you what I heard. I was getting some crazy text messages. I was getting emails. Just a little bird was saying, fantasy football, flawless fantasy football endorsement show. Come on, put it out there. We need to see the running backs, 25 through 36. And I know, and I have them for you right here. Half point PPR based on Fantasy Pros. And these are running backs 25 through 36. But before we get into that, we need to address something, right? Let's address something. And we're going to address the final 4 spots that are available in the Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League. So, if you're known as BD, Kanoa Bill, Ill Phil, Joey T, Zach Seaman, John Scotty, Machiavelli, and Sir Flawless, of course. If you're one of those 8 people, hey, hit the comments up, say what's up, say I'm ready, Flawless. I am ready for place money or whatever. You just say you're ready. And to those that are trying to get one of these precious positions in the Listener League for Flawless Fantasy Football, the only thing you have to do is pay attention to the upcoming videos and find the keyword and be the first person to like the video, be a subscriber, and put the answer in the comments. You have to be the first one to do that. And guess what? Ding, 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 ding. You are in the league. Okay, so having said that, someone will win a position in the league today by way of this video, but you gotta pay attention. You don't know what the clue is. Only I know what the clue is. Only I know what I'm gonna say. So, guess what? Let's get into it. Now, of course, here we are. We're on the eve of the good old Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook news. Okay? I played around, did some shorts. I wanted to get this video to you guys this morning. But hey, man, work called me in and they wanted to give me overtime, so I had to take that. I mean, it hurt me though, because I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night. But hey, I had to go get that, right? So I got a little backed up, but I still was going to get this to y'all tonight, no matter what. So, nevertheless, let's see what we got here. Zeke. Listen, in short, I believe Zeke's a plotter. Zeke's not going to affect much. And Raymondre Stevenson needs somebody to help him stay fresh and carry, I would say carry the load, so he can carry the load. I'm not worried about Zeke. As with Dalvin Cook going to the Jets, that's problematic in my eyes for Breece Hall. I don't think he's healthy enough, so they went out and got Dalvin. Dalvin signed. Zeke hasn't signed yet, but he plans to. But Dalvin signed for 1 year for about $6 million, if I remember that right. So hey, Dalvin Cook maybe, and actually he's on this list. He's on this list. So he might be in for something. If Breece Hall's not healthy, he could be had for a nice price. I don't know. I don't even know what, I do know what endorsement I'm going to give him. But we're going to see coming up. Now, man, oh man, let me get the markers ready. Who I can give a red to today. We're going to start with Mr. David Montgomery. David Montgomery, starting running back for the Detroit Lions. Handpicked, come over to the organization, and he's the running back on the team. Second to, Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs is RB2 on the team. But through sources and beat reporters are saying Gibbs is a nice compliment to David Montgomery David Montgomery is the starter. David Montgomery is the first and second down back. David Montgomery is the goal line back. I am going to give David Montgomery a smooth green. Yes, I love me some David Montgomery this year. I've done mocks and I've picked him in the 5th round a couple times and even once in the 6th. So to get that type of loading up on an elite quarterback for me, because y'all know how I rock. You know how I rock. And get elite wide receivers and then getting a person at Montgomery that, hey, he's not gonna, I can't say he's not gonna give you the bad weeks, but based on where you're drafting him at, every week starter on a very good offense, and he can have the same type of opportunities. Not to say he's gonna have all those touchdowns that Homeboy Williams scored last year, but he'll be in line. I can see him definitely scoring double-digit TDs, and that's saying something for the price you're paying for him for mid-5th, sometimes 6th round, depending on what type of league you're in. Probably 6 rounds to a lot of you, I'm in 10-man leagues, so he'll definitely probably be in the 6th and in those type of leagues. I like David Montgomery this year. He's going to get a green from me. Next is Javonte Williams. Good old Javonte Williams. Everybody loves some Javonte Williams. But guess what? With Samaje Perine coming back, with him coming off injury, I like the fact that Sean Payton's there. He's back, moving around. He hasn't taken any hits yet as far as I'm concerned. But the dude's porcelain, man. The dude's porcelain. I do not eat off porcelain plates. No. He's getting a red for me, guys. He's getting a red for me. Now, I know everybody's so geeked up because they remember him playing against Kansas City the other year. He scored like 30 half-point PPR points. Well, guess what? He was the only show in town. He won't be the only show in town. He wasn't handpicked from this past year from another team like Samaje Perine was. And listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm staying away from injuries as best I can. Joe Burrow is the closest person that I like with an injury. That's because I believe he'll be fine. So type of thing. And he's a quarterback. But Javonte Williams gets a red for me, guys. Look, if you like Javonte and he's floating out that 5th and 6th round and you pick him as your RB 2, 3, whatever. I don't want to hear that about, flawless, I didn't make the playoffs, but then I find out that you're drafting somebody that's a red. You can draft a red if you want to, but I don't want to hear nothing, all right? I don't want to hear nothing. So that's that with Javonte Williams. Alvin Kamara, serving a 3-game suspension. They got a Ricky over there that they're high on, but the Ricky Glass, though. The Ricky Glass, that dude that got nicked up twice already this offseason. He'll be ready for week 1, let them tell it. But Kamara's missing basically a 5th of the season and suspended the first 3 games. We've seen the best of Kamara, guys. And he may have some games, but I'm not in the business of having someone recommend drafting someone 3 games, and he's been declining, lacking in efficiency. Plus, they brought over a guy, Williams from Detroit. I'm giving Kamara a red. I could draft 10 teams in which I won't have 10 teams, and I never have Kamara. I'm not waiting for someone that's been declining. He's been declining. So you guys, a lot of you guys be stuck on the names. Like, you said Kamara. Oh, Kamara. But guess what, man? This is not Kamara 4 or 5 years ago. People decline. Father Time is undefeated. I don't know if y'all know that or not. He's undefeated. And nobody on this list is exempt from that. Nobody on none of these lists are exempt for that. Kamara, you're getting a red. I ain't touching you. If you guys want to mess around and mess with him, hey, fine and dandy, hold him. But understand, he is not that Kamara he used to be. And he will be sharing the load. He will be sharing the load with Williams. So, and if he don't have the goal lines, because he done fell out of favor and they just doing different things now, How much value can he have? All right? You guys are going to be very disappointed. Oh, I got him as my running back 2 or my running back 3. Yeah, you put him in there and he's going to give you a solid 8. Well, he's not involved because his time has passed. Isaiah Pacheco. I don't mind Isaiah Pacheco. He's very explosive. Man, but look, Isaiah Pacheco, they got a lot of tools around there. They got Jerry McKinnon, they got CH. They love Jerry McKinnon. He scored 10 or 11 touchdowns total last year. But it's a platoon, okay? And plus, the reason why Isaiah Pacheco, I don't actually like Isaiah Pacheco as high as a lot of people, is because I don't see a high touchdown floor with him. I don't see that. And because when they get down there, Kansas City get down there to the goal line, they like to do the little razzle-dazzle and do the little flip play and give it to Kelsey, when it's basically a handoff. So look, I could be wrong on him. I'll give him a yellow because I actually do like him, but I understand there's not really a world where he's given a green, but I do see he gives some weeks to where he has some production to where he's very beneficial, especially if something happened to McKinnon for certain because he's long in the tooth, but he just fits the scheme so much. Isaiah Pacheco also was dealing with an off-season injury that he was sitting out for a good minute, so he'll get a yellow for me. I like him. He's explosive. And if he starts getting receiving work, that'll help out his value a lot. But he's going to get a yellow. That's all he's going to get from me. DeAndre Swift. Look, it's a platoon of freaking running backs over there, man. Platoon. You got Penny. You got Gainwell. It's too much. You got a running quarterback. Guys, look, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't like DeAndre Swift. The community was on his NUTs in Detroit. I was never on him. I was never on his. I was never swinging the sack for him. But some of these guys, he getting a red with me. He ain't the man over there. He'll probably be at best a third down back, and that's not enough to get an endorsement from Sir Flawless. Absolutely not. Now, we're gonna go to Mr. James Cook. Look, this is. I'm getting straight up, man. I'll be honest with you. The fact that Josh Allen's been endorsing him and say he's going to be getting the majority of the work, rushes and receiving, and he's explosive and dynamic, I'm going to give James Cook, based on the ADP too, I'm going to give him a green. Okay? Now some people are like, oh man, that's crazy. Unproven. But each year is different. I believe in Buffalo's offense. I believe he's going to be he obviously is going to be the starter, and I believe he's going to get majority of the work. 70% total of the work in between rushes and receiving. And that's enough in that offense to make it happen. Look, the Cook brothers are on the list, and I actually like James Cook attached to the Buffalo's offense. It's his, or it's basically his to lose and fumble the bag, but I don't think he'll do it. Especially at his price, and these guys are going like 7th round. These are swinging for the... Look, he's a needle mover. Needle mover. The guys that can get it in one walk, boom, these are needle movers, not freaking plotters. I hate plotters. Plotters that don't have any touchdown upside. Now, since we're talking touchdown upside, we're going to go to Mr. No. I got to say this right. Mr. Algiers Jamil William Dillon Jr. Now, you heard that? Let me say it again. Mr. Algiers Jamil William Dillon Jr. I don't know what his parents are talking about. Algiers Jamil William Dillon Jr. They better had to cut it to A.J. Dillon. But A.J. Dillon, I like A.J. Dillon this year. He was one of my guys last year. I feel as I was a little bit too early on him. A.J. Dillon is definitely even better towards the end of the season. In December, he be toting that rock. And since he's already, in my head, he's already the leading rusher on the team. He gets the most rushes. I'm not worried about the incumbent starter that's there. A.J. Dillon will be getting the goal line work, short yardage work, and word is that they're going to be going more leaning on the run in Green Bay as well. So I believe A.J. Dillon can give you 12 touchdowns this year. And I'll be honest with you, straight up, he just might actually be on my bold predictions list. But I believe A.J. Dillon, based on his ADP, because he can be had like 8th, maybe sometimes 9th round, because a lot of you guys are playing in 10-man leagues. So him being there in the 8th, he could probably be there in the 9th in some leagues, and you get him. And that, to me, when you got somebody that's getting the goal lines and is in a good position to get, double-digit touchdowns, 12, like I said before, I believe A.J. Dillon could be a nice thing. Just get the green from me. Now we got Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson. I'm going to just go ahead and make this easy for everybody. Okay? I know they got Bieniemy there, as assistant head coach and offensive coordinator. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. They're going to score rushing touchdowns. It's going to be some goodness to be had. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't recommend either one of them. So I'm going to pick a big red right there. Just to make both of them understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they might think, oh, no, that red's for you, Brian. No, that red's for you, Antonio. No, freaking you two knucklehead commanders. The red is for both of you. I don't want neither one of them. Brian Robinson's a freaking plotter. If he wasn't such a plotter, he was fast, he probably would have got popped in the buns. And then Antonio Gibson, people just been, he was in his first 2 years, he was low-end running back 1. But it's just not going to work like that. Him having the receiving, and you never know what they're going to do at quarterback, but I believe Howell's going to win that. But I'm just giving them red. I'm not touching either one of them. I'd rather pick somebody else that's going around them. So both of them jokers are getting red for me. We're going to move to Dalvin Cook now. I'm going to go ahead and put a Dalvin Cook right here. I'm going to put, where's my one thing at? Dalvin Cook is intriguing to me because with this situation, oh man, I'm going to give him a yellow, okay? But this is what I'm telling you. If something's wrong with Brees, this could easily turn into a green. So, to me, I'll be honest with you guys, if it's about swinging for the fences, when you already got the core of your team and you have like stud QB, I'm always say that because that's what I endorse. And you got legit wide receivers, okay? And you might have a tight end. I don't know how I feel about tight end currently right now. But if you're swinging for the fences, 6th, 7th round, man, you gotta swing good. Do a full swing. Don't check swing. Don't check swing. Do a full swing. Take it off. Lift your off. I don't know why I'm talking baseball during football season. Fences guys don't like that. But yeah, you gotta swing it, man. Swing for the fences. Don't be trying to pick no damn plotters. I like Dalvin Cook, and if something's really wrong with Mr. Musical, that'll be a great addition to a fantasy team. So, hey, swing for the fences, guys, man. Trust me, man. Don't do this. Don't do Swift. Don't do Javante. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Your boy looking at you, man, like, look, man, we fam, bro. I care about fam, so I don't want to see you suffer like that, You think I'm up here doing this for my freaking health? No. So now we're going to go, speaking of health, we're going to segue right into health. And we're going to go to Mr. Rashard Penny. We ain't going to waste no time on that. We're giving him a red. He holds a nice spot in the Hall of Fame for glassness. He's one of the founding fathers of glassness. Right there, Mr. Rashard Penny. Guess what? And he ain't ashamed of it. He proud as hell. So, Rashard, you be that. He's gonna glass out. And plus, it's a platoon of running backs there. Gainwell's getting juice over there. They talking him up. Man, I wouldn't trust Penny as far as I can throw him. And Number 36, Mr. Khalil Herbert. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and give this, well, not let's say it means nothing. Because Dalvin Cook's going to be, his stock's going to be going up. So I'm going to give him a orange arrow going up. Because his stock is going up based on, because it was unknown right there. And that's why he's at 34. I'm going to go Khalil Herbert. I'll be honest with you. Chicago, you got Dante Foreman over there, and Roshan, Johnson. I'm not worried about him. Khalil Herbert's the man over there. I believe in him. He's tough. He can run. That offense is going to move the ball a little bit more. I'm going to give Khalil Herbert. And Khalil Herbert, man, Khalil Herbert's going like in ninth round. Ninth round. I'm going to, based on where he's going and what he can produce, he ain't going to catch nothing now. But I like him. Especially at that price, he could easily be a league winner. Khalil Herbert. He did have an injury last year. I believe he's healthy based on the reports in which I've seen about him. I really like Khalil Herbert late. He could be one of those guys that just, boom, bust through, start going crazy. Kind of like how David Montgomery did. David Montgomery, when he was in Chicago, there was a couple times where he was like week 9 and through the rest of the year, he was like the number 2 running back. And I believe Khalil Herbert has that in his arsenal. All right? So, hey, guys, that is part 3. Part 3 of the Flawless Fantasy Football Running Back Endorsement Show. Okay? Let's run it. David Montgomery gets a green. Javonte Williams gets a red. Alvin Kamara, you get a red. Isaiah Pacheco, you get a yellow. Swift gets a red. He earned that red. James Cook gets a green. This is all also based on their ADPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many of these guys are going late. A.J. Dillon gets a green. Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson are both carrying that red together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Man, those guys are swell when it comes to teamwork. Dalvin Cook, his arrow's going up. He gets a yellow, but it could easily be a green. Easily be a green if Breece Hall is still not healthy and don't come back healthy this year. And number 35 is Rashad Penny. He gets a red because his period is on. And Khalil Herbert gets a green based on his ADP and based on him being a hog and can tote that rock in Chicago. And that is your third edition of the Running Back Endorsement Show. Now, the next episode will be running backs outside the top 36 that yours truly, Flawless Fantasy Football, endorses. So it'll be a late round running back edition, basically. All right? So that'll be the next video. I'll drop that. As far as the Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League, look, during the wide receiver show, we're going to close it out. We're probably going to be two during that, two more slots filled, and then maybe another one after that, maybe my, what do you call it? The bold prediction show. But we'll find out. We're going to fill out, and within the next 6 to 7 days, I'll be sending out information to get you guys emails that's actually be in the listener league and for we can get going. All right? So here you go, guys. Running backs 25 through 36 and Flawless Fantasy Football's endorsement. Let me ask you a question. Remember, in order to get us seat at the table of the Flawless Fantasy Football Endorsement Show, you must not only like the video, but you have to be a subscriber and you have to be the first one to answer this question in the comments or the keyword. I said that somebody would be on my bold predictions list. Who is that somebody and how many touchdowns did I say they would likely score this season? Who is that person and what number of touchdowns I've said they could score this year? First one to put it in the comments, first person to, and also to like it and be a subscriber will win a seat at the table. And after that, we have 3 more spots available. Flawless Fantasy Football Well, you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I ain't rocking with all these, oh, let's buddy, and all say the same thing. No. You get some green. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, oh, man, yeah, you can, Penny's a great deal at such and such, or Javonte's a great deal in the 8th or 9th. No. I'd rather, if he's going in the 6th, right? I don't give a crap. I'd rather you wait to the 9th round, and if Javonte there and Herbert there, I'd still rather you pick Herbert over Javonte. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hear that, oh, for the right price crap. All right? I don't know if y'all ever still listen to the freaking video, but hopefully you are. Flawless Fantasy Football. See you on the next video. Peace out, guys. One love.